Historic Lambeau Field fittingly it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we're on to week 2 of the NFL season, and we got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. After a great first week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Claws red. Red. Cycle. Hut.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go. Eat old blue. Ready?
Here's Love. Pass complete. He finds Jaden Reed. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready. 10 cycles. Blue. Hut, hut.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Daniels looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
70 Lions. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
To throw is Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this Packers defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Hawk 70, Hawk 18, high there. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or Week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Clock, ready.
Love now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready. Black Ultra, 45. Hunt.
Throwing. Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Commanders 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington. 45 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now Daniels. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for three, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now.
Oh, he's strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Come on, come on.
They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the score. Board right now. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Daniels from the gun on third down. They will find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 6. Yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Jake Moody for the
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
And the Commanders first down. A gain of 34 yards. First down, Washington.
Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
White, ready.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
10 seconds.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Love from the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Maverick, 618 Pioneer.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Watson. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. 10 black. Green jack. Set.
Love. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
It's now 3rd down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Come on, set. Set,
Love from the gun on third down. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
For the Packers.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
2nd and 6. A shot downfield for Burks. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Traylon Burks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ready. Red 38. Punt.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Ready?
Now Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's given his guys a shot for late points, as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's go now. 30. Edo Blue. Set cut.
Final play of the half. Love. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
18, 5 in.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cut 19.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Daniels looking to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Byron Young, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Black shot. Set. Edo blue. Cut.
To throw now. Here's Love. They'll try to pick it up. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Lane. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
And both sides searching for adjustments. Back to Krosky Merritt on first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 or the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Bronco switch. Tag.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here's Love. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Eat old blue. Come on, set. Yellow, blue, stripe. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Black, 95. Green Jack.
To the air again. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
45. What? 6. Mega. Set cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. Looking sideline and connecting with Watson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This 2nd and 4.
Slide through. Let's go now. Ready.
Love now. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
6, 33. Strikers. 3-3. Turn pin. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed from 19 yards away. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. That is caught inside the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 60.
To throw is Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer?
Okay,
they
ready?
get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Love. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 57 yards. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on.
Now Daniels. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
On the jump.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 19 Chargers.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Buffalo AC.
Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it. Nowhere the offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. They're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
There we go. Stop. Stop the Lions.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
60 red. 60 red. Steel. Black. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
At the Commanders' 16-yard line.
Come on, set, strike, yellow, 43. Set, huh?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense. So there he goes, left side. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
46 yards on the play. First down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Ready? Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Buffalo 18. Go.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win.